Welcome back to my channel, guys. This is going to be a wrap-up of the 2023 year, all the cool gear that I've tried, all the gear I think you should give it a shot, the stuff I've held on to this year, the stuff I didn't sell, or I did sell, but I'll just give you my input on that. So let's talk about the first thing I got this year that I'm a really big fan of, and that is my Fender American Original 50s Stratocaster, right here in that nice white, almost pinkish, creamyish finish. You can really see through it. I did a video, or I'm going to do actually a video where I talk about my year with this guitar, and just my thoughts on it so far, why I like it so much, why I'm planning on keeping it, why I've kept it. Because usually if I don't like something, I tend to get rid of it pretty quickly. So this has stayed and I'm planning on keeping it. I think it's the best Stratocaster, American Stratocaster with vintage specs that you could get for a really good price. The next thing I did want to talk about is the Fender Tone Master Princeton Reverb. I did not keep that amp. And I know on my video, I talked good stuff about it, and it is a great amp for what it is, but I'll admit it, the honeymoon phase wore off on that amp, and I don't know, it didn't do it for me. I thought maybe the overall sound is not, it just wasn't there, it's not what I think of when I think of a Princeton Reverb. And with these Tone Master amps, I just feel like they have a purpose, and if you're really focused on wanting amps to sound like a tube amp, you're not really gonna get it with the Tone Master. If I can just be completely honest with you, it's a digital amp through and through. It has really cool features where you can record out into your DAW and then even plug into a PA system, which I think those are great features in itself. If those are your biggest things that you're looking for, then by all means, the Tone Master is probably what you're looking for. But if you're very particular about the sound of your amp and the dynamics, like with a tube amp, I really don't think you're gonna find it with the Tone Master amp. I just have to be 100% honest with you. I don't know what some people are saying when they say it feels like a tube amp, because in my opinion, it doesn't. And I know that may be controversial, you can argue with me, but I have to be real. I don't think it sounds or feels like a tube amp. It doesn't, and it's its own thing, and you just gotta go with it if you're gonna get it. You just have to make peace with it if you get it and tell yourself this is not a tube amp. It's not trying to be a tube amp. It's something else completely. That's just that. But one really cool amp that I did get this year is the Silverface 68 Princeton Reverb. And I'm sorry, I struggled picking up this amp. My wrist actually hurts. So I'm having to pick everything up with my left hand. So yes, this is a fantastic amp. Let me put it back down. I did make a short video about it. It did not get a lot of views. That's totally fine. I just wanted to nerd out and talk about, this really cool amp. This amp I'm never getting rid of. I love Princeton Reverbs, and this is the one. This is the one. I don't want a deluxe reverb. It's too big, it's too bulky for what I do. I usually play at home and play with friends, and if I ever do a gig, it's small, quiet gig. This is plenty for me. I don't really intend on ever getting rid of it. I got it for a great price. I got the stock speaker that came with it, the vintage Jensen speaker, which I did a little short comparing the Jensen with the Eminence. That Jensen speaker is really great. Really great. I can only say good things about it, and it's gonna last me forever. The only thing I'm probably gonna do is maybe replace the cab, because the Tolex is starting to wear, and I don't want it to wear anymore. I know it's really just staying here with me, but I just don't want it to wear any more than it does. I'd rather keep the integrity of this cabinet, get a cabinet that's made of the same material with the same glue with the Tolex. There's somebody that I have in mind to do that. I'll get to it when I get the chance. But yes, the Princeton Reverb 1967 drip edge silver face amp, awesome. It's not affordable, but if you're gonna have one amp and you really like the Princeton Reverb, this is it. By all means, this is it. Vintage amps are nice. I will say, to be real with you guys, there is honestly a small difference between the reissue tube amps, Fender tube amps, and the vintage amps. It's very small, and if I had to also be honest with you guys, I don't think it's worth the price difference. But for me, I've had Princeton Reverbs for years. I wanted to own a really cool piece of history, as well as just a really cool amp. And I had the money for it at the time, so yes, I splurged. And then next is right here with me, is the Epiphone Casino, the 2023 version. It's different than the other previous versions. I did a comparison video with this and my 97 Made in Korea Casino. They are different. If I have to also be honest with you guys, I love my Peerless Casino, and if I had to get rid of one of them, I would keep my Made in Korea Casino. This is a great casino. The only reason why I kind of consider getting rid of it is because I already have a casino that's a quality guitar. This is what I would point at to someone who doesn't own a casino, but they want to own a casino, and they don't want to go and buy an old guitar. They want a brand new guitar. This 2023 Epiphone Casino with the nice vintage sunburst is the one I would recommend. Electronics are great, the finish is great, the playability is great, the sound is great, pickups are great. I have no issues with this guitar. It sounds great. Highly recommend it. I think I'm gonna keep it, but if I had to sell it, it wouldn't be the end of the world because I already have a casino. And finally, here's a shout out to one of the things I tried this year, but didn't get a lot of views, which is also okay, and those are the Stringjoy guitar strings. The Stringjoy guitar strings are my, hands down, my favorite strings. My only problem with them is that it's not easy to get them. I mean, it's easy to get them, but I can't get them frequently. I live very close to a couple of guitar stores, and I can drive down the street and get some strings. They don't carry Stringjoy. Every time I want Stringjoy, I have to get them delivered. And unless you want to get them relatively quickly, you're going to have to pay for delivery. If you don't pay for delivery and you get the standard shipping, it can take up to a week or 2 weeks sometimes. And that's a long time. But they're really great strings. I think they're quality strings. If you want some very good high quality strings on your guitar, Stringjoy is what I recommend. I have a comparison video with that and the Alexers. They are different string gauges, but I feel like the Stringjoy is really good quality. The packaging is really nice. Highly recommend it. And then finally, the last thing I want to talk about is my Vox AC4 amp. And again, forgive me, I know I look like a weakling right now. My wrist just really hurts. It's a struggle to pick up these heavy amps right now. This Vox AC4 hand-wired amp, let me put it down. Oh my god! Is my favorite Vox amp. I got it really cheap, used. I got a deal on it. And I use it every single day. Sometimes I prefer it over my Princeton Reverb, which is a vintage amp. Right? What does that say about vintage amps? I don't know, but it's a fantastic Vox amp. If you want a small tube amp, Vox, hand-wired, not too big like the AC15, and you don't want like effects because you know you have your pedals for that, check out the hand-wired AC4. It's a 12-inch speaker. It's hand-wired. Whether that does anything to the sound is beyond me, but it sounds awesome. It sounds really cool, and it's not heavy. I know the AC10 is another contender, but don't discount the AC4. That's another option you should really take a look at. If you go used, they're not that far off in price, the AC10 or the AC4. I love my AC4. I don't plan on getting rid of this amp. This is a really cool amp. Apartment living like me, no brainer. You got a master volume. It's a no brainer. But yes, that was all of the gear that I've tried for 2023. I've done videos for every single one of them, and I'm going to leave links all in the description for all of the gear that I've tried. I wonder what's coming for 2024, because I plan on doing more videos. I plan on doing more gear stuff, and I'm a guitar player. I love gear. I mean, I write music too, and I play at home. I've always loved guitar since I was a 13-year-old, so I also love gear. I'm kind of a nerd, so I'm sure you guys may have gotten that impression. But thank you very much. Please, if there's anything you want me to look at for next year, 2024, leave it in the comments. Let me know. I did a poll today. I'm not sure when I'm going to upload this video, but I did a poll today, the same day I'm recording this video, of what content you guys want to see for this coming year. Please let me know. I'm trying to do my best to do the stuff that I love, but I also want to make sure that my subscribers are enjoying what they're seeing, right? Of course. And I'm trying to be very genuine about everything and transparent. So if you guys really enjoy what I'm doing, please let me know what you would like to see. Please let me know what you really liked, or maybe what you want to see less of. I will take everything into consideration. And happy holidays to you guys. Hope to see you guys in my channel for the next year, leaving comments or giving me your feedback. I really appreciate it. I will see you in 2024.